Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. You can find the podcast on Apple, Google Play, Spotify. If you're watching this video on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So thank you so much for following. So a report just came out that Shams said about Tyler Herro that there is no real sense of when Tyler Herro will come back. We all know that Tyler Herro has missed a ton of games this season. He has played only 36 games, so I think he's missed 37 now. He's been injured multiple times this year. So first, we know he got an ankle injury playing the Grizzlies back early in the season, and he missed a bunch of games. I think he missed around 22 games or so with that high ankle sprain. And he came back, played after the All-Star break, and most recently got injured against the Pelicans. Not the most recent game where we lost by a bunch, but against the Pelicans on the road when Jimmy Butler got in a scuffle with Najee Harris or whatever his name is. And 50 seconds left to go in that game, Tyler Herro hyperextends his knee in a fluky accidental injury, and he falls down, clutching his knee, and it looked bad. It really looked bad in real time. He was able to get up and walk off on his own and kind of bounce to the locker room under his own pressure and weight, which was a good sign. And so after the injury report came back, it said that Tyler Herro has a hyperextended knee. They're going to do an MRI. They checked to see if there was any structural damage or ligament damage, and they said no. They said it came back clean. The results were clean, and he will be reevaluated after a week or so, or whatever it was. And so Tyler Herro, after 2 weeks, it was reported that his hyperextended knee had healed, but that he would be under further evaluation for a foot injury, a similar injury that he got, I think, his rookie year during the bubble. So had some sort of tendonitis or some sort of, I don't know if it was a fracture, but injury to his foot. And so that was kind of odd and kind of came out of left field because we thought it was a hyperextended knee, thought he was going to miss at least a few weeks due to that, possibly longer. But once the results came back clean, thought it was just going to be like a few weeks. You know, he's going to miss like 6, 7, 8 games. But now it's been like 19 or 20 games in a row. I don't even know at this point. It's been a ton. And they talked about how this injury, this foot injury, happened like either before or during like All-Star break. And so I don't understand how this foot injury, I guess, flared up after he healed from the hyperextended knee. So not sure what's going on, but all we know is that this Miami Heat desperately needs help when it comes to scoring. We need our troops back, and we need our third best player and our second best scorer and our most crafty scorer, I guess, outside of Terry Rozier, who's been inconsistent. He hasn't been bad, but he's been inconsistent since he joined the Miami Heat during the trade deadline. And we need Tyler Herro. He scores 21 points per game. He's a, kind of a 3-level scorer for this Miami Heat. He is one of our best shooters after Duncan Robinson. And we saw yesterday against the Warriors with no Herro, with no Jimmy, no Duncan, no Kevin Love. We didn't have guys who can create their own shot. And it was tough to get points. We got 92 points. Like, we scored under 100 points, I think like 5 times in the month of March, which is just unacceptable because Jimmy's been out and Tyler's been out and Kevin Love has been out and other players have been out. So it's been hard to score. And also, even while healthy, this team has been bad offensively. They're still like 23rd in the NBA in terms of offensive rating, and they've been like that the whole year. They were even worse at one point earlier in the year. They were 25 or 26. So even with a healthy roster before Rozier got here, this team was struggling offensively. And after Rozier got here, this team has still been struggling offensively. Like, we are the third worst team in terms of points per game. We average like 109 or whatever it is. And it's like super difficult for us to get to that point. So it's rare where we score 110 points or more. And that's rough. And so Tyler basically on Twitter, I'll show the picture here, basically said after he was responding to Shams' tweet, basically saying he has not played in a while. There's no real sense when he'll be back. And he just put an emoji of a cap. So I'm not sure if he's trolling or not. I'm not sure if he's trying to insinuate that this report is false. We know the Miami Heat like to keep information and not provide a lot of that to media. So there's a lot of mystery behind that. But my interpretation is that he's saying cap as in there is a sense of when I'll come back. And I guess the Miami Heat aren't reporting that, but I'm assuming and have assumed that he's going to come back before the regular season ends and he's going to have to play. Hopefully, there's only 10 games left, at least like 7 or 8 of those games in order to get back into shape and to rhythm for the playoffs. Even if he only plays 5, that's totally fine. That gives him 5 more games off. And the Miami Heat don't play until Friday against the Trailblazers, so he has more time to rest if he misses that game. So hoping he only misses the next 2 games. So that would be the Trailblazers on Friday, and then Sunday I guess we're playing the Wizards. So I don't think we would need him for that game. Hopefully, I don't know. We lost to them 2 weeks ago. So, but either way, it would make more sense for him to come back against the Knicks on Tuesday, April 2nd, or Thursday, April 4th against Philly, because we do have a stretch where we're playing the Knicks, Sixers, and the Rockets, and then Pacers. So, and then Hawks, and then Dallas, and then the last 2 are against the Raptors. So, it's supposed to be an easy schedule, but these seem like tough matchups outside of, Portland and Washington. Like, we better win those games. Like, that would be super embarrassing if we don't win either of these games. Like, even with the roster that we had yesterday, without Jimmy, without Tyler, without Duncan and Kevin Love, I feel like Bam, Jaime, Caleb, Rozier, Jovic are good enough to beat the Wizards and the Trailblazers. But against the Knicks, we need Kevin Love back. We need Duncan Robinson back. We need Jimmy Butler back, which he will be. He just had an illness. So either way, we need Tyler Herro back desperately. And he's only played 36 games this season. That's crazy. And like the most he's ever played in a season, I've said in other videos, 67 is the most. The best he's ever done is missing 15 games. And he's missed more than that and played 54, 57, 62, and 67. And then he's going to play like at best like 40 games, maybe. I don't even know. Depends on when he comes back. 42 games this season. Who knows? But either way, Tyler also said, I just had a great workout, but I ain't coming back no time soon. So again, I think he's trolling and he's just having fun with this, basically saying this report could be false. There is a timeline just because the Miami Heat haven't given that timeline to Shams, Woj reporters. Doesn't mean there isn't a timeline. I assume he's going to come back because he's missed a lot of games. And he got hurt back on February, I think 23rd against the Pelicans. So it's been more than a month. I don't know how many games again that's been, but it's been quite a bit. And he needs to come back. We need him healthy because this Miami Heat team is struggling, as we see. They're inconsistent offensively, and we need someone who can help us score, and that's what Tyler Herro does. So anyway, that's all I have for the video and for the podcast. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later.